I think Filipinos are the funniest people in the world. And that's just part of their culture. They love to joke and laugh. And that was a huge blessing on my mission to have that, just to always be able to joke and laugh. Um, and they are always partying, they even late into the night, they're on their karaoke. They love karaoke. And so that's always so funny to hear, even if it's like really off tune. And, it's still really fun. It keeps spirits light. Let me see. Oh, funny things that are like funny to Americans that I had to get used to. When this is just a Filipino thing, when they don't hear what you say, instead of saying what, they open their mouth just like that. And so like when it first happened, when I first got to the mission, I'd say something like, "Kamusta ka diha?" And they'd be like, and then if they didn't hear it, they'd do it again, like, and just like keep getting wider and wider. When it happened, I was just like, "Oh, what's going on?" And it took a while to get used to it until I realized they're like saying, "What did you say?" That's just their thing. Another thing, they use so many gestures. Their eyebrows up means yes, just be like. And so I thought people were mad at me when they were doing that. I'd be like, do you want to come to church on Sunday? They'd be like, and I'd be like, "Excuse me." It just like seems kind of smirk, but that means they're like saying yes, like yep. And then I'm sure you've heard of the pointing with the lips, just over there, and that's really funny too. You'd be like, "Where's the bathroom?" Like, and I didn't think they heard me, and so I'd like repeat myself all the time. Let me see. They all do like this Filipino squat everywhere, just like to chill. They just squat on the ground, and that's really funny to see, like a 90-year-old man doing it, and then like a 3-year-old sitting right next to him doing it. I love it, and I actually still do that today. They Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, some of the food is kind of funny to me. For one birthday party, there was like hot dogs on a stick, but there was like marshmallows in between the hot dogs. That was funny. I think sweet spaghetti is really funny too. That they're just putting their own twist on it. They hate to get wet in the rain. That's like the worst thing that could happen. And so when it's raining, everyone's like ducking with their newspapers or like anything that they can grab, like banana leaves, and everyone's like ducking. And we probably looked crazy because we're just out there getting wet, and yeah, we were probably the funny ones to them. When there's two people talking to each other, and somebody has to pass between them, they get down, they like crunch really, really low so that they can go by, and they'll say "scus, scus," because they're just so polite, And I always thought that was really funny because I'd be like talking to somebody, and then I'd be like, oh, just they would go right by me, ducking so far down. Also, this is the last one. There's this word in the Philippines that we don't have in America, or there's not an English equivalent, and it's kilig. And kilig is the feeling that you get when it's something so cute, and something's just like, I don't know, when something's romantic and you just can't take it, and they'd be like, "Ee!" And so anytime there's anything like romantic, like even like in a testimony meeting, somebody was like, My mission president, he was talking, he was like, I met my wife back in college and I loved her from the moment I saw her, and everyone's like, ee! Just like no matter what, they can't control it. It's gikilig sila. They get so kilig and they just like crunch up like ee! So yeah. I wish we had a word for that in English, because we feel it too, you know. You see something on TV, you kilig. Yeah.
I think the funniest language mistake, my companion won't let me forget it. We went outside. We were saying a prayer before we went out to work, and so I was saying the prayer, and I'm always trying to like use the Tagalog that I know, just doing my best. But the two words I mixed up was puso, which means heart, and pusa, which means cat. So I prayed, and I asked God to help me. I'm sorry, to help me understand the cats of the people, because I mixed up the two words, and she tried to hold it together, but she couldn't. We laugh about that still, but it's okay. I mean, language mistakes happen, so everyone has them. They do have quite a lot of crazy food. Some of it I tried, some of it my companions tried. I had a companion who tried turtle, a companion who tried cobra, or chicken feet. I had carabao. It wasn't my favorite. It was kind of just like kind of greasy and, I don't know, grizzly, just like not a meat that I would want to eat necessarily. What I really loved was the seafood, just like the fish. In Sorsogon they have kuao, which is kind of a fish they only have there, and would fry it up. It's a red fish with really big eyes. I remember we were at one investigator's house in Masbate, and we were eating fish, just like kind of like a medium-sized fish, kind of smaller. So we ate, well, you know, we're just eating with our hands, eating the rice and the fish, so like picking off the meat, and so all that was left is like the head, and then like the spinal bone and like the tail. And then she's like, eat the head. It's so good, it's crunchy. It's like, okay. My companion just went for it because she's Samoan. She's like, all right. It's like, okay, like try it. It was actually pretty good. It was crunchy. I don't know, just tasted, I guess, like a fish head. That was good. We also had shrimp, and that same companion, we were eating the shrimp. And I had one Filipino companion, she cooked very well. And I remember she would like remove the shell from the shrimp. But this family, they served us pancit, like the noodles with the meat and the whatever, the lettuce, carrots. And there was the shrimp in there, but it still had the shell on. So I was just kind of saving that for like later with the shell still on. My companion was eating the shrimp, like all of it, the shell, the head, everything. I was like, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to eat that. And she's like, no, I think you are. I'm like, okay, well, she's from like Polynesian country. I guess she knows. But then we asked them, and they're like, oh no, sisters, don't eat that part. I hadn't eaten any shells. I'd started peeling them off. But then we heard like the wife talking to her husband, speaking really fast in Masbateña, so we would understand like, why didn't you tell them they're not supposed to eat that? But I guess he probably didn't notice. We were eating in the dark by candlelight, so it was after 6, so it was pretty funny.